Might be 8.
It's tempting.
It's tempting.
Learning,
What you gonna do?
improving, flourishing, and evolving.
Life.
Life.
Like,
Yo. All right, y'all, we back.
Back.
Let's give it up.
what's up, y'all? This another episode of Life.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah,
Welcome to the Life podcast.
Right.
real life, unadulterated.
You hear me?
The do's and don'ts. We having it here. The how can I? What can I do? The different elements you deal with every day, with problems and situations.
Clarity of what mental health feel like, you know what I mean? Of really trying to be able to solve your problems and gain you some emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot been going on since the last time we recorded. I wanted to touch on a few things. I had some stuff wrote down, and I woke up this morning, man, and it was just from the news and the different stuff going on, it kind of just jumped ship. I wanted to kind of touch on what can we do to stop everybody's issues of feeling that the gun is the only way that they can turn, and what different places that maybe some people need to go or can go that can talk to somebody, or what can we do? I want to find out what everybody think we can do to kind of change the narrative of what's going on. So, yeah.
I can't figure out how somebody that don't get no money can afford bullets and guns. Like, you ain't got to hustle to yourself, but you ain't even got on those shoes 10 times, 9 times out of 10, you walk around with some slides on.
Man.
But you got a chopstick that you got tucked down in your pants, and you ultra aggressive. I had ran into a term, man, called bully coon. And it was wild to me, like
what?
bully coon.
You said
a
term?
term.
term.
A term
Okay.
called bully coon, and it's basically the ultra aggressive who run around and like terrorize our own people, but they when them other people show up, or when the cops come, or when anybody else from another ethnicity show up, y'all do know how to act right. Y'all do know how to be cool. Y'all do know how to sit still. Y'all do know how to, you know what I mean? Not be so ultra aggressive. So like, here you cooning out by way of not having the same energy for the other people that you got for your people.
No,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
fact.
And that shit was crazy to me. That's a real term that people using though. Like, and we don't know about it, but if you see it, like whether it be the big bro, you got $1, like you really trying to intimidate me into giving you some money though. But like,
right.
if I ain't cut like that, I'm here you go. But if,
right.
most of the time, like, man, find you something to do, man. You able-bodied. You need to, you know what I mean, go get you a job. This ain't a hustle. This is big, my boy.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. Boy, that's crazy. Yeah.
But I just tying into the people with the guns and the you know what I mean, that's all come around like that intimidation factor, all of that coming across. Why do y'all even need the gun? You don't have a problem. You got the gun to go find the problem to demonstrate.
No, that's what's crazy, man. You hear them say you ain't got no ops. What?
Who wants them?
Like, y'all out here looking for ops? Y'all better look for opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Man, like in the last couple of days, we done out east. We done had some young men get murdered, like right across the street from each other.
Now
bro.
they double right back. The chick had 2 lives. She had one where the first little kid got popped and died. Then like 6 hours, she was like, this 6 hours later, his people didn't double back.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean, though, like when there's young kids and emotions is attached, them kids is being trained up by less stable adults anyway. So
exactly.
like all you seeing is a
continuation of mess.
A cauldron of
Yeah.
just nonsense brewing, and you got people where they think nobody has a higher learning or a higher thought process. Like, nah, we ain't gonna do it like that. We gonna do this, or we gonna think this through. So like, who's giving them the guns? Like, where y'all getting the guns from? Like, that's the
And the guns they got them expensive guns.
that's
Like,
you
right.
didn't grind up on that. Like,
Yeah.
like I come from where you grinded up on material
Yeah.
possessions
right.
and grinded up on, like, you didn't grind up on that. Somebody, you either took that or somebody, and
Well,
you, like,
to start, number one, the streets.
Yeah.
That's number one, the streets. You know, you can get what you want out in the streets.
you
Yeah.
can.
And
For a price.
Yeah. Well,
But-
they got a market where you can shop. That's too much. That's too much. How much is that one over there?
That's facts.
Well, I know somebody around the corner that got one cheaper than that, and that's where they come from. Then you look up. You're right. They do got the expensive stuff.
But it you like that so that goes on the seller then, because the seller is supposed to have a responsibility though. Like, you don't it used to be, and let's be honest, the streets don't really have a code, but men amongst men have codes. You know what I'm saying? So when you see somebody who don't got no business with something, you kind of deter them from doing that.
Well, and not to mention that I think a lot of it will come from, okay, so we talking about kids. How old are we talking?
Man, what?
They 12 or better.
Okay, so at 12 or better, number one, you don't got no bills from 12 to 17. You ain't paying no bills, so yeah, you probably do. You can come up with some money, whether you hustling or whatever you doing. You ain't paying no bills. If these kids had bills to pay, they couldn't afford these guns.
Yeah.
I'm just talking.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Everybody looking at you. I don't know.
I just see them like
Nah, that's a good
in
point.
my reaction. I mean, like in my dealings with them, I just see them now got no move. Like, ain't nobody got no motion. Nobody, like, they not
About to get something.
they not doing anything that is productive. Like, you might catch some of them that got the job, but like actually going out and scoring, and like I just don't see it. I see it's too much hanging out. You playing the game. You like, you can't hang out, and you ain't got a door that's swinging. You know what I'm saying? You can't hang out, and it just don't make sense sometimes but like you said, it's a market for everything. It could have been some shoes traded for a gun. It could have been I stole some money out of my mama's purse. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, it's like, I'm saying, and they got guns, man. Like, guns.
And and it's too many. Like,
Yeah.
it's too much of it going on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's just a couple people here or there. Nah,
They walking around with the gang look,
man.
with just guns. They might as well be. What did we have back in the day? The Guardian Angels. The Guardian Angels.
Like, man. Yeah.
It's
Nah, I
turning.
know what you're
They
saying.
not
not
guarding
guarding nothing.
anything, man.
Just to-
They terrorize it.
Yeah, that's
They ain't guarding nothing.
that's where it ties back into where the bully coon thing. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? Where like you ain't help nobody.
You ain't
don't-
protecting
You
the
ain't
community.
protecting nobody. But then let a clear person pull up and be on BS, and you got the utmost restraint.
Yeah.
Just like that dude, that white dude that had the gun up to the chick here. They yelling through, hey bro, get away from her. Hey bro.
That's
Like, let that would have
crazy.
been me and you, one of us. They'd
That's
have came down and
crazy.
drew down on us and been
Yeah.
trying to take you to the upper
No
room.
doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
That
just
was wild.
Yeah, like, but it's hella incidents like that, man. You gotta be protective of the women.
Well, the most famous incident is Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Zimmerman.
Zimmerman,
Like all the energy, all these niggas got, and then all of a sudden he's still right on this thing. Like,
Nah, and he's talking about he did.
yeah, like
Ain't
selling
nobody
bullets.
even tried him.
no,
Yeah.
for real.
Like, you ain't even tried him.
That's the fear.
Yeah,
It's a lot easier. But it's a lot easier to get away with killing one of us.
This
And
is
you know what I'm saying?
true.
Like, that's the thought process. If
They going to jail on a rapid
that's
rate.
what I'm going to
bro.
say.
Like,
Yeah, like
they ain't even trying to get away though. They not even like the
shoot and run.
the thought process of
free.
whatever that. I don't even want to aid the process of what it looks like. You know what I mean? I don't want to be one of those ones that say, I would do it like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't even want to do that right there.
Yeah.
But you just see the actions. You be like, why you do that like that?
Yeah.
Right.
And
they
you just
want it to
cracked
be
that.
known.
And so now they even tied term to it.
Yeah.
He
Crash out.
crashed out. Like you could crash out and they they gonna fuck with you. Nah, bro, crash out right now.
Yeah. Like
Until he can't.
And
you hear me?
And now he in there, I give you 6 months of phone calls before they slow up off of you and start trying to see what's up with your girl, and you know what I mean. Start infiltrating your.
He ain't
got
even
that wrong.
found guilty.
No, he
got
ain't even
found
guilty.
yet.
I'm throwing a rod out in the ocean just to
he's
see if
locked
it.
up.
Nah, he just locked up.
Yeah.
He might beat it on technicality, and he still now he get right back out, run right back up with it. I'm back with the guys.
With a rep now.
Yeah, and a public defender got
I beat,
you out.
I beat
And
beat
two
that.
pistols
Yeah.
though. Two pistols
Yeah.
waiting when he walk out.
Yeah.
You got two for you now, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I get down. I beat that.
I thought it was taboo to even talk about anything that wasn't above board.
That anything, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't above board.
Exactly.
You talking about the hey?
I don't even want to hear it. I
Nah.
don't even want to be part of
I
the
don't.
thought process, or when this all come downhill, and you want to know, I wonder who got me like this, not recognizing it was you.
Yeah.
But I don't even want you to. Nah, I didn't even want to hear your story, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it to yourself.
Telling the whole table, I got a handful of spades.
Yeah. So since we done a good job of discussing all of the messed up angles of it, what do we do about solutions?
Man, we need community. We need us. You know what I mean? We got to do better. We need some kind of action. We need some playgrounds. We need some boys' schools.
How do
girls'
you do
schools.
better
Yes,
with
sir.
somebody that
Yes,
don't
sir.
how do you approach the person who don't think anybody can tell them anything?
That's
That's a part.
that's
but
yeah.
Okay,
I
You know what I
mean,
mean? Because that's a dangerous sport these days. You
Yeah.
know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
and
nah.
you-
but it take people like
I
you
find
know like you you know what I'm saying, strong minded like you like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, strong minded. You know how we ain't too much afraid to get down and talk.
no.
But I know what you're saying.
But you
in
got
general.
like for the average listener
Yeah.
who believes that this is a problem in they world, like we got to give them some tips on how to
Tools.
approach that. You know what I mean? Because the same way we might react and walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, bro, what you got going on, and how can we help? Or do you need what kind of you know what I mean help or whatever that is, or what you own or any of that? However you break that ice and approach them." Everybody don't got the same. Everybody don't got the same
tools.
You know what I'm saying, or the same moxie. You know what I mean. It take because if you see a young one with one of them things on them, you might be trying to figure out how to get away from them because you're
And that's-
intimidated, which is what we. You know what I mean. It all ties
Go
back to the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I done had a couple incidents where it done been an uncomfortable situation, but I kind of tend to approach it. I approach the uncomfortable situations a lot different because if I'm uncomfortable, I tend to like the person that's making me uncomfortable to either let me know what's going on with them or they got to be just as uncomfortable as me.
Absolutely.
So I find myself, but I go up to them like, "What's going on, bro? How you doing?" Like, you know, a lot of people scared. You scared to talk to them. So when I'm gonna introduce myself, because I don't want to turn my back on you personally. So I'm a face to face you. I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm gonna let you know that I'm not a threat, but I'm not afraid of you. But I see that you're a threat. So I talk to him, ask him what's going on. I might even say, "Damn, I see you got that big motherfucker hanging out of there. What what's it for? Why you gotta walk around like that? I ask them kind of questions. You know, they tend to start, OG, we can't go around here, this, that, and another. I'm like, well, y'all don't think it's a different way? I try to give them a couple pointers, and at the same time, we're giving them some pointers and some advice. I'm still making sure that I'm safe and not trying to stick around to turn my conversation into me being a victim of their stupidity. Because once I see that they not kind of clicking and ain't clicking the conversation,
you could tell.
I fade on the way. But I mean, some people just need somebody to talk to. That go back to a lot of what we here for.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to talk to the person next to you. If I walk in the gas station, I just changed it because I guess I got a face that look like I'm mad. I try to change it. If I catch eye contact with you, I'm going to speak.
Absolutely.
And, you know, either you're going to speak back or you not. I'm not going to worry about it. But if you happen to speak and it goes somewhere with a conversation, talk a little bit and then move on. But we got to start acknowledging each other as men and letting them know that, you know, like, come on, it's another way. We ain't a threat. I'm not a threat to you. I ain't mugging you. What you mad for, young man? You all right?
I think that's one of the main things though. Like, is trying to be, I won't say softer, but like more humble with them. You know what I mean? Damn, what's up with you, boss? You know what I mean? You good? Everything smooth? You know what I mean? Just trying to give them a out to say something so that they so they ain't, because if they get in the space where like they already mad all day, every day, so you can't add to the anger, you know what I mean? That like you got that's an easy way to become a victim, but you also have to show them that you're willing to stand their ground. It's the old saying that don't nobody want to keep fighting somebody that's gonna fight back. You know what I mean, though? And we just living in a permanent space where ain't even really no fighting. It's a drawdown, and they just letting go so many shots that they not like, it's not a revolver world no more. You know what I'm saying? When we was younger, it used to be a revolver world where you didn't have no choice but to do what you was supposed to do. Now this is like craps. Pick them up, shake them, and shoot them.
Yeah.
So
it's wild west.
It's dangerous. I just think though, like we can come away with some pointers about your body language, your facial, you know what I mean, your expressions, and your beginning approach. You know what I'm saying? If you can lower that, and then you should be able to have a conversation with them. Now you also know that if they ain't receptive to how you coming, then you just back up off of that, because that might not be the day. And they might remember that you done that and might see you again and might be receptive. So God willing, they don't crash out in between time. You know what I'm saying?
And I think we got to get rid of the stigma. Like I know you said we got to come at them humble, not soft. That soft thing, we got to get rid of that. Like, we got that so bad. Like, I can go in a room where it ain't nothing but gangsters, and I'll be the softest dude in there, you know, and that's what the most humble, because I don't fear no man. You know what I'm saying? So, and they don't intimidate me, and I'm not trying to intimidate them. I'm not trying to be, I walk in the room and I'm like looking around the room to see who you know, that ain't how I get down, because every situation, every place has, you know, that situation. You know, in some situations you might have to, like, if it's like, if you're in the wrong place, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, like, we have to get rid of the stigma of the soft and the thing like that, and learn how to talk to each other as men. Like you said, like, man, sometimes I'm in the store, I see somebody, man, I'll just be like, what's up, bro? You know, we'll do.
Because you can feel them. You can feel them whether they staring at you or they just whatever that radiates off of them. You can feel it. If you in tune with yourself, you can feel it. So it just make you like. Sometimes you find yourself making eye contact with somebody, and it just, hey, bro, what's happening? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really a stare down, like, unless you like we not on no standoff or nothing. It just, shit, you a man, I'm a man, but I'm a man, bro. So like I'm not gonna curr. I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't tucking. I ain't none of that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But everything gets soft, and if you too aggressive, being aggressive and being assertive, kind of one and the same. But intimidation is a step further.
Exactly.
That's too much.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
now you making it where the women and children ain't safe.
Yeah.
And y'all don't even like that rule out the window.
Yeah.
They'll hurt a
Yeah.
woman. They're like they hurting women on a regular basis. They hurt
Exactly.
babies is hurting babies, but
Man.
like it's just it's spiraling. You know what I'm saying? And we got to figure out ways to like engage the community. You know what I mean? And it's really the thing about it is not everybody's outside anymore. And when they come outside, they shiestied up with chopsticks, and they walking through. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
like
and they
you,
on ill intent.
yeah, they on ill. So like even with the thing that happened at the skating rink, now you can't even go to the skating rink and rent skates on a good night. You gotta be a true skater and bring your own skates.
Yeah.
Because we tired of y'all coming in here hanging out, and every time y'all hang out, something go wrong.
Yeah.
And you can't be mad at whoever the owner that is. Like he got a business, he got to protect. I can't. If y'all only charge $5 to get in, you got 100 people in there. You $500 a night. Shit, I know that building. You probably got to make more than that to make that building survive. But you can't be mad at somebody that got to change the rules to protect themselves because they being intimidated.
And it's real people that's their lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they ain't coming there just to hang out. Now they come to skate. They come every week, and
It's a release. It's
Yeah.
a hobby for people, but like it's like
Nah,
I
like-
love to see it. I'm mad because I can't skate. I just be wanting to go see the skaters skate. Like I don't want to go in there. If they don't serve drinks, why y'all in here hanging out? Like y'all just in the way.
Yeah.
And we gotta watch out. Like that part. Like it start at home, man. You like a lot of it start back at home. Like and we in a space where. That go back to that soft, like people being soft in their own space where now the kid got more power than the parent.
You hear me? Like this is
I beat up kids. I shouldn't be. Disclaimer. But if your kids show out, I was raised where if they show out, I ain't gonna abuse them unless they fight back.
I mean,
But other than that,
look at the trend. I mean, look at the not trend, but the way the life has trended. You know what I mean? They took whoopings out of school. They took prayer out of school. You know what I'm saying? And
parents whooping all that. I mean,
yeah, everything just kind of went
Man, the
kind of
kid
crazy.
can call CPS on
You hear me?
DCS and have you jammed
sir.
all the way up. Like
That's
the
'cause-
kid had you jammed up about doing what's right for them, and then you like y'all might not ever be able to repair that relationship later on down the line. Maybe if some event happens that makes y'all be where like you have to repair it. You know what I'm
Yeah. saying?
saying? Most people run around with broken relationships throughout the whole family. Like the family don't get together and eat on Sunday. It ain't a family reunion. It ain't a get together. It ain't no we don't go bowling. Like we ain't something where you just where the camaraderie. So you know that Lil Robert ain't got no problem with Lil Keith. You know what I'm saying? But shit, here it is. It's in the space where Lil Robert and Lil Keith hate each other.
And that's bad because you have it like they ain't even outside no more. So you'll have these kids into it with these kids and come to find out they cousins.
Yeah.
yeah.
All because we like
Yeah. No
Like-
family reunion, no dinners, no
your personal has outweighed the what I
Community.
mean? The community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta get back to that space where like it gotta be a group. It has to be like group economics, it gotta be group dynamics. We gotta do something
like-
together.
exactly.
You gotta find the foundation of the community because once you start building the community, the leader will arise. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen naturally.
Yeah.
Who's best fit to take this to the next step? They taking leaders who's in control. No, who's best fit to take this further?
Yeah.
That's the leader.
Yeah. People don't know the definition of a leader.
Like
though.
that. Like how do we move this further?
We stuck on boss
Yeah.
instead of you know what I mean leader.
Boss just tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
leader
leader
run
show
with
you.
you, show
yeah,
you,
he
run
the,
with
he
you,
the, he
side
the
by side.
servant. He the
Yeah.
one that he was the first to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He the one that took all the bumps and bruises. Look at his knuckles. He a leader. And that ain't come from fighting. That's because he dragging people around and moving and bumping and
No man left behind.
And all the sacrifice he had to do this now that he can show you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what else? I mean, that's our take on where we could start. It's not a solution. It's not a plan. It's just the beginning stages of, you know what I mean? It's if we had a whiteboard in here, it would just be a bunch of ideas on it. You know what I mean? And we with the community and trying to figure out how to take that further. Who wants to lead in that charge? Because we don't got all the answers. Somebody gotta step up, and you never know how many good soldiers you have to follow that plan if the plan is righteous. You know what I mean? So,
and I think our plan is like, I think what we doing right now is kind of cool because like I look at it as like we recruit more dudes like us, more men that need to come to the forefront because that's what the community need. We need the men in the community. You need the
right conversation.
Once you get the men together, then the women gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
Oh, we have to see about that.
No, I mean
we have. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
We will have the women, but it's just like you got to find the good men out of the haystack.
That's what I'm saying.
Have to find the good women.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
That's what I was saying though. That's exactly what I was saying. When we get the right men, when you get the right men, you know what I'm saying, to become a community. You know what I'm saying? The caring about the community. You know what I'm saying? Want to protect.
All of that.
Yeah.
I challenge them to say, what have you gave that you didn't require something back? You know what I mean? That's how you start to see who care about the community. Exactly. What did you give?
Yeah.
What are you willing to give? Whether it be time, whether it be material, you know what I mean? It's a whole lot of ways you can give without requiring something back, because that's the true definition of being committed. You know,
like you told me, you said it's action. Like you got to have some action behind. You just can't be talking like we on here just talking. No, we don't just be on here talking. You got to have action behind anything you do.
I know they got a few different outlets in our city of different groups of people that's doing stuff for their communities, and they reaching out as much as they can. But sometimes just understand that you as a person, a single person, can reach out and make a difference. It don't always take a group of people or none to start with one person. So as long as you trying for yourself to make a difference, then you can't go wrong. But you have somebody has to put the foot first, and we just ain't here saying that it should be somebody, because I'm quite sure everybody within this room then went above and beyond their call and put somebody in front of their own.
Yeah. And shout out to Black Ops. That's a program where they help young men. And
I wonder, is that the one? It's a couple of my. I gotta do better. It's shout out to anybody that's already started and up and running. And if we can, I'm willing to volunteer if I need to. You know what I'm saying? I also though, like, I don't want you to feel slighted if I see your structure and I want to duplicate it, because what if you don't have the same reach? You know what I mean? We don't all know the same people. You know what I mean?
But we need to duplicate.
Yeah, like you gotta have like whatever's out east should be out west, should be out north, should be out south. Like and whether or not you can run it or not, it might even have a different name. But that's how you end up with, say, all right, we gonna take we gonna have one function at the east side. This is what the motorcycle clubs do. You know what I mean? They have they go club to club. You know what I'm saying? Just so we know. He with the such and such, he with them, they with them. They build, they do a lot of group dynamics where, you know what I mean, the shit come support our club. We gonna get deep and we gonna come support your club. But that'll spawn off. All right, you got 20 kids. Let's make 2 kickball teams and go play kickball with the North Side group this weekend. All right, next weekend we're gonna play. Just so people will get to meet. Now I know some people from out east. You know what I mean? Now I know some people from out north. And I might not be cool with everybody, but after the game, you do the traditional. It's a reason why they make the basketball team shake hands after the games and that was just a game. He ain't got to take him. We don't got to be enemies after this. We shake hands and we move on. Shit, you probably got a game tomorrow or next week, so you need to be letting this one go and focusing. But you got to find ways to, you know what I mean? Even if you're doing it with grown people, though, all right, get y'all kickball team together. Let's go. Let's melt. Let's have some fun.
Right.
Everybody knows somebody that can cook. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if you're selling the food, you know what I mean? It just let's start creating community events. That's why I'm so glad that Mike gonna double down, because what he done last year. Mike Epps is who I'm talking about. What he done last year, man, that was a lot of people, man.
Yeah. And it was something.
And it was peaceful.
That's what I was saying. It was something.
Yeah, it was peaceful. And what I'm talking about, old to all the way to the babies. Of course, later on, you start in the day, I started seeing little dude, it's probably about 70, 80 degrees out there. I started seeing them little bubble coats. I said, look, you see the youngins with them coats on in the summer, just know that thing right here, man. It's up under that arm.
But that was around the time it was over.
Yeah,
it's sprayed now, so.
But just to
Mike
run that back, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike, because that just to have the make it where I'm gonna run that back. I like the way that was. I gotta run that back again. You know what I mean? Especially since y'all try to undercut him with the hiring Kevin Hart for NBA facility, anything, any comedian But like he did the right thing. He said he got to tap in with Mike. He gonna we'll see what he do. You know, he definitely did action. Like I got my city. I can go around my city. I don't gotta I ain't alienated people. My people they might not like every move I make, but I ain't made it to where I'm disliked. You know what I'm saying? That's a different thing.
Right, hated on a little bit, but not disliked. We love you though, Mike.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
Appreciate everything you done for the city.
Yeah, man, and I'm always here to help, man. If you see me on the street or something, I'm Life from the L.I.F.E podcast, you know what I'm saying? You might have on a L.I.F E t-shirt coming soon.
Great, coming soon.
Yeah, we got them L.I.F E merch. Yeah.
We got to get one and then we're going to print them. You know, we got to get something we believe in, you know what I mean? Maybe a coat of arms, you know what I'm saying?
Buddy.
That and put the life in the coat of arms, you know what I mean? That way you can always bust that down and get something out of it. That might be
That's a good thing right there. It's like and it's almost like a badge.
Like a badge.
You see
that right there.
You see that you in the safe.
Yeah. You know that's moving forward. So
coming soon.
We willing to partner with anybody. We willing to, you know what I mean? We of course
chop it up.
Of course, like nothing personal. We have to do a hood facts on you. We have to see we have to check your credentials, because nobody wants to be aligned with somebody who people are already trying to distance themselves away from. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's not personal. That's a matter that's the state of business. You know what I'm saying?
And we for the good anyway. We doing stuff out of good karma.
So I don't want to end up in no space with somebody where they be like, man, you ain't no dude. No, we gonna ask first. So that way, hey, we decline this partnership right here, big dog. Ain't nothing personal, man. We just it don't align with which way we going.
Right. Most definitely.
Yeah.
But if there's some people out there that have some ideas, some pointers, or y'all need some assistance in some kind of way. If it's some kind of way that our schedules equal up to meeting the criteria or what y'all need done, then
hit us
we
up.
More than welcome.
Or if you can help us, hit us up.
Absolutely. We need somebody. We ain't even gonna lie to you. We need an editor. We need somebody to shoot the pictures, like help out and shoot off shots, you know what I mean, for content.
Right.
We need somebody to go ahead and be apprentice for the big dog, you know what I'm saying, so he can, you know what I mean, he can start leaving his legacy of having a crew. We need apprentices for these T-shirts. We willing to teach a class if you want to learn how to make something that we do. Like if any parts of this business that we do, it's a class, it's a door open, it's a one-on-one, it's a whatever you can think
gatekeeping.
of. We don't got to, you know what I mean? I we gotta. It's gonna be a long walk, but you can come walk with me and figure out these stocks, and I'll take you to the who put it on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what I got. I got to get on that too. I know I said I was, but
it happened like I
When
say.
it's supposed to.
Certain events happen
Organically.
that shape which way you gotta go. You know what I mean? You just gotta be willing to take that fork, and you know most people go right. It's all right to go left.
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you especially if you walking in divine ordered steps.
That's it for the podcast, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, checking us out.
Yeah.
All love, y'all.
We structuring this slowly but surely, man. We got y'all, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Coming soon. Pretty soon we're going to have it where y'all can call in and y'all can give us some of y'all pointers. Y'all can ask some questions. We working on it a little bit at a time, but right now we just need y'all to walk with us through this journey and just know that it's going to be a good journey.
The only way up a mountain is one step at a time. We try and get to the top of it, dig?
You hear me?
We out.
Yeah. Like all that stuff we got, man, that stuff
Might be 8.
is tempting.
It's tempting.
Learning,
What you gonna do?
improving, flourishing, and evolving.
Life.
Life.
Like,
Yo.